Welcome back to Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, here on location at our title sponsor, Carbon World Health. We're now going to talk about
proprietary blends.
Yeah, there's some words I just can't say that I have people help me with.
I'll just say it the entire time.
Yes. I'm joined by John Oates from a Suppz supplement store. So, what are
proprietary blends? So, proprietary blends are essentially supplement companies' attempt to put as many ingredients into a product as they can without disclosing the dosages. So this is kind of a technique that the older supplement companies would use a lot. They'd essentially toss a bunch of different ingredients in there and they'd put, overall so you say you have 10 ingredients and they'd say, well, these 10 ingredients make up this amount of the product. And that's what essentially a proprietary blend is. And maybe they'd give it like a fancy name like the energy complex or something like that. But that's a trend that's kind of falling away nowadays and something that we don't like to recommend a lot when it comes to supplements.
So there must be a reason why they're bad.
Yes, proprietary blends are bad because you don't know what's going in there. Common technique that used to be, it used to be more common. It's called pixie dusting. So what pixie dusting is essentially when companies, like I said, they'll take like 20, 30 different ingredients, they'll put them in their product, and the customer thinks that they're getting all these great quality ingredients, but the actual makeup is unknown, so they could be putting a little tiny pixie dust blend in there.
Is there any kind of supplements that actually uses proprietary blends?
Yeah. So there's a few brands that we carry, and it's becoming more and more common now for companies to do what's known as full disclosure blends, and that's essentially where they have the supplement facts label, and they'll list each supplement and the dosages, and some will even go so far as to list out flavorings and all the different things, fillers, whatever, that are in it. So.
Okay, so we're on this topic, and there's also, you told me there's something called full disclosures. What is that?
Yeah, full disclosure is just where you have each and every ingredient outlined. So say you're having a pre-workout with caffeine in it, they would list the caffeine and the content, which I think caffeine's probably a bad example because you have to list it anyways, but we'll say synephrine. Synephrine is another stimulant, and the company might list out there's 50 milligrams in it, as opposed to listing it in there with the caffeine and all that, so you don't know exactly how much of everything you're getting.
So there's benefits to the reason why companies are doing this and then putting this extra stuff in these supplements. I heard you explain a little bit. What is the real reason behind all this?
It's the money. So this is a way for companies to put practically nothing in the products. Maybe say a pre-workout where somebody's trying to get some energy. They'll just put some cheap caffeine in there and a bunch of other little ingredients that don't cost them anything and call it a supplement. So marketing. So marketing heavy, they'll just call it the best pre-workout ever because it just gives people energy, but there's nothing that's actually going to help you in it. So it's just a way for them to make their supplement look like it's above board without actually putting in the actual cost of ingredients.
And they don't even put this on the label, correct?
Well, they put what's in there, but they don't disclose anything of what's in it. And there's also problems with, you have to be very careful of which brands you're choosing.
Right.
Because some supplement brands operate a little bit shady and don't always, meet their label claims. So there could be, all these ingredients in there and maybe they don't even put some of them in.
How does something like that get into the market if it's...
Well, a lot of people point to the regulations of the supplement industry, but what we're finding more and more is that there's actually, the regulations are in place, however, they're just not enforced. So you can have as many regulations as you want, but the FDA isn't really going in and enforcing these and taking a close look at all the different brands out there, which there is a lot, granted. So there's a large body of work to really keep up with all these brands and what they're coming out with.
Well, with your company, what does Suppz recommend as good supplements for you?
So we have several full disclosure blends of supplements. Like I said, it's becoming more and more common. The more cutting edge brands are doing it now. The first to do it was actually a brand called NutriBio, which we feature very heavily, and they've been doing full disclosure blends for over 10 years, which is way longer than anyone else has. But we like to feature the full disclosure blends, and a lot of people, even when it is full disclosure, a lot of times people don't know how to read a supplement facts label, and that's where we come in, where you can come in and tell us what your goals are, and we can tell you, well, this product, say, has, say you want a pre-workout and you want something that's actually going to help your lifts. So you can come in and we can say, well, this product has 8 grams of citrulline in it. Yeah. So that's what you want. That's going to give you a good pump. It's going to increase blood flow. Right. And we can help you out that way.
All right. Thank you for stopping by, John.
Thanks a lot.
Check out Jonathan Oates at Suppz Madison. What's your location again?
1710 Egan Road, and we're over on Allen Boulevard in Middleton.
All right, check them out. This is Workout Wisconsin on location at Carbon World Health. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, right here on Channel 57.